All right, let's talk about a new playbook for actually succeeding with applied AI. Because here's the hard truth. More than 70% of enterprise AI projects, they just don't work.
But why is that? Well, it's not the tech. It's almost always the organization. And these failures aren't random. They fall into three predictable patterns that companies repeat over and over.
So to break that cycle, you need a whole new mindset. Less reactive, way more proactive. It's called change acknowledgement, and it starts before the sale, not after. And to do this right, you need new tools that measure what actually matters. The first one is something called the wisdom quotient, or WQ. It's all about probability of success. It rolls things like your company culture and track record into a single telling number. And that score gives you a brutally honest guide on whether to proceed, pivot, or pause. Okay, but what about a huge challenge for any leader? I'm talking about organizational friction. The big idea here is that friction itself isn't bad. It's the unexamined friction that kills projects. If you can map it into these three vectors, you can actually use it strategically.
So, what's the big prize for all this disciplined upfront work?
You're building more than just a tech advantage. You're building what's called a sovereign moat. This isn't about code. It's built from your organization's wisdom on how to actually execute. You basically go from scattered, informal knowledge to a real, compounding, competitive edge. Which leaves every executive with one final question. Are you just selling AI, or are you building a moat?